Hello, and welcome back to Few and Far Between. We're excited to bring you a brand new tale of adventure in the lands of I almost at Wildmount. In Exandria, we're actually in Tal'dorei today, almost there. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey everybody, this is Bill, and I play Orgoth, Skullcrusher.
And this is Jaiden, and I'm playing Laphus.
What is up, mothers and lovely people? This is Jaime and I'm playing North.
No fathers?
Hi
That
guys.
was not the other word I had in mind.
I'm Mira and I'm playing Voka.
We do have a Mira. She's just not on camera, so we've got a puppet. We've got the premiere of the Voka puppet. Thanks to Lapis and Bill putting the background on it and animating it. So watch out for special things. It's fun.
Thank you.
Anything we need to talk about before we jump right in?
Nah.
I think we're good. Let's go for it. Bill, remind me at the end because I know we have to get out quickly. So
Yeah, no worries.
okay. If everyone is ready, let's begin today's episode of Few and Far Between, episode 103, The City of Fellowship. At the end of last time, after the whole flump business, Arthur, being punished and having to scrub the outer hall underneath the ship, screamed and scrambled back onto the deck, saying that a barnacle touched him. Lapis flew out to inspect the ship using her rock. She saw a large splash in the water far below, but then she inspected the hull, finding 4 scratch marks, one at each corner at the bottom of the hull. Kind of 2 at the front on either side and 2 at the back at either side.
Yeah, and she told North what she
Mhm.
saw.
And Nor said, I think something about oh fuck or something, so.
What the hell?
What
Something like
the...
that.
Close enough.
Arthur's like, did you see anything?
Oh no, there was nothing there.
Barnacles.
No, not even barnacles. It seemed like there was just scratch marks, but no creature.
No, I could have gotten you, Arthur. Could have gotten you.
Do I have to go back and finish the job? I only got halfway done.
Can give it a... Take a break. Just take a break.
He walks over to the ladder and the hatch goes down the ladder, closes the hatch behind him.
Gonna summon back at night.
Voka laughed. This is constituted bullying.
I mean, there's really no reason to do these sorts of lies, especially because it's just going to take them so much longer to get through every single thing.
Oh, come now, it's funny.
It's funny, but it's also wasting time. When he has to jump at every little thing.
We got
Voka-
nothing but that, though.
You hear a bump and an screaming coming from below deck.
Voka smiles and shrugs.
Especially when we have to deal with that for however much longer.
Hey, I'm finding entertainment in it. That's all that really matters in the situation.
It's like a very long fart that just stops being funny after the first 5 minutes.
Got farts that last for 5 minutes?
Captain Gunnery
I
comes
don't
up
know.
and says, a fart lasts for 5 minutes? What?
Just fist bump.
Regardless, I'm just gonna be on the rock for a while and just watching until it needs to go away, which is, I believe, 200 miles.
So you get back on the... did you even leave? You just kind of flew up close and then... So you're
Yeah,
staying
just
on the
flew up
rock.
close.
Yeah. And you just kind of dive below. Make another perception check for me. I'm assuming that the ship is... while he was cleaning, it's actually down about 500-foot altitude, high enough to avoid a lot of stuff, but warm enough where he can get out on the ship and there's not a lot of
Dirty
winds.
20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, no, 15.
Yeah, other than the shine of the glint shore coming from the southwest and the calm ocean, you see nothing.
Okay. Well, she's just going to be out there watching, ensuring, making sure that whatever could have been out there is no longer out there. for the duration of her flight.
Okay. Let's see. This is midday. Is there anything else you wish to do for this day of travel?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Moving on to the next day, north, I need a navigation roll.
Yeah, is gunnery helping?
And gunnery is helping.
Yes. Okay. Let's.
At advantage.
Plus this, that's plus 8, so 19.
19. Okay. You're on a solid northeast heading toward Emon. The winds are quiet. It seems to be getting a little colder as you're flying further north. It is what, the 11th month, Orgoth, the calendar keeper.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay. And so as you fly further north, go ahead and move the ship 1 square over. If somebody wants to do that along your path.
Oh shoot! Has someone done it? I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I did it already.
Oh shoot! Okay.
That works.
Just leave it alone.
Okay. And you estimate it's another like 3 days to Emon.
Yeah.
The next day, do you actually make Arthur go back out in the middle of the night?
No, because we'd have to get back down.
Okay. So you fly up, and you see a kind of like up this high. You see a kind of a sprinkle of snow as you're traveling. Not a lot, but it is getting into kind of just a different weather climate heading
This
north.
is fine.
And the next day, make another navigation.
19 again.
19. Easy peasy. You're straight on. You kind of can see the glimmerings at the end of this day. You can kind of see clouds off in the distance that seem to be like above the mountains of the of Tal'dorei. Yeah, I think it's only one more day to Emon. Just looking at that map, because you are kind of going.
Oh yeah, the big squares are 200.
The
so it's
big
not just
squares
little
are
squares, so
those
we're
little
just
squares
like right
are
here.
yeah.
So when I think that day, Orgoth will go around and wish everybody happy, happy Kirsar, new month. He's got his little book out. He's like meticulously knowing when things are. His little calendar.
Getting close to a new year, Captain Gunnery. Chief Gunnery says.
New Year, New Me is not something I subscribe to, but yay. Oh my gosh, Winter's Crest is coming close.
Do you celebrate Witch's Quest?
Ish. Used to,
I mean,
but...
Yeah, that's still a ways off. I mean, first is going to be Night of Ascension. That's in like I don't know, like a week and a half, like 13 days or something. I don't know. I'm trying to learn more about everything. Laphus gave me all these different books to read, so I've got a
Isn't the Night of Ascension
like seamanship book, and I've got a book on I learn a little bit more. It's like Exandria for beginners.
Isn't the Night of Ascension like the celebration of the Matron of Raven's Ascension or something?
The Night of Ascension is the Raven Queen's holy day,
There we go.
celebrating her apotheosis.
That's pretty much, yeah.
At the end of this day, make another navigation roll, and this successfully should get you to Emon.
19 again!
Are you serious?
Nice.
Oh my
I
god!
keep rolling 11s!
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry about the sound.
I posted a picture of some pictures in the group chat of Emon. It's getting late in the afternoon. Um, there are some clouds. It's not quite a big sunny day, but there are some clouds, a little bit of a sprinkle of rain over the city. But you see this great walled city in front of you. It seems to appear in the middle of the city is this mountain, and on top is a fairly recently built castle, fortress almost. There are walls that separate in sections of the city all around, and the pier is the port of Amon is to the west, and you see next to the castle, you see this large tower with piers and ropes and things and platforms that ships can land on, and this is the skyport. And Chief Gunnery is takes over the wheel and is navigating you into
Yeah.
the skyport.
I'll head over to the radio and just like tap into like control tower. Just like,
Mhm.
okay, flight 07 89472.
You look
coming
over,
in,
and side of the
please
ship
come in.
is this little skiff flying with like one thing of bloomstone underneath it. He's like, "Who are you talking to?"
Ah, shit. There we go.
Welcome to Amon.
Mm-hmm.
We're on our register. We did get reports of a ship coming from Onkarel. The unfavored few traveling with the
Favored through the unnatural disaster.
unnatural disaster. Oh, that's it.
Favored. We're favored, not unfavored.
I'll make sure to put this in the notes. We got some of the translation got wrong. He writes down something. Do you have anything to declare? Any um oh God, what's it called? Portage. Oh God, are you bringing any supplies or anything? Uh, Goods and services, goods onto the port, into the port.
I'll just pull out the inventory. Like, okay, well, we got 3 barrels of just starting
Yeah,
for personal
yeah.
consumption.
Is anything actually like bound for port here? Are you like
No.
dropping anything? That's good. That's good. He makes it down. And he's like, you'll be landing at Pier 3. Don't mind the updraft from the crater. And you look, you point over, and you see this. It's shrunk a little bit, and you kind of see like where like looks like something has just sunk into the mountain next to the castle, and there's just lava seeping up into it and bubbling, bloop, 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 bloop. And you just see
Okay.
kind of steam coming up, and you see the trader's been giving us some trouble lately. It's been we've been trying to keep the fire. Ashari have been trying to keep it contained, and they've been mostly successful. But we've had some elementals running amok. Just don't mind if you see anything burning. Let the mages take care of it. And
Yeah, no, I'd heard about it, but I never thought I'd see that. Oh.
normally there's a cavern that where the destroyer of the killer of the last sovereign, when he occupied Emon, the dragon Thordak. A cavern, but there's been some interesting things happening, so we're taking care of it. So just don't mind the updraft, is what I'm trying to tell you when you get over
I'm
it.
just gonna turn back to Gunnery like,
Got it.
watch for it. Yep.
You see, the ship, the little dinghy, flies away and flies back to the skyport.
Ron, I have a question.
Yes.
Did it ever, like, I know it's a kind of dumb question, because it's kind of like desert. Like, did it ever snow in Onkarel?
No. Not in Noncarel, no.
and it's kind of like a wintry month here. Is there like snow everywhere? Or
No,
is it,
there's
like,
not. It's actually
Okay.
because of the wind. You
climate.
got like if you're up high, you'll get some
Mhm.
snowflakes, but in Amon because you've got like the tropical like cross breeze, the jet stream basically
Okay,
bringing
you need
warm-ish air through the Amon.
yeah, you need to let me know whenever we see snow for the first time. He's gonna freak the
Well,
fuck
you
out.
do see in the distance white-topped mountains.
Voka's looking perplexed at those white-topped mountains, not quite understanding what's going on with all that.
Here, we're gonna go to the battle layout, and yeah, to the north, there's some smallish mountains, but they have like some little white tops amongst the misty clouds above it and everything. The chief brings the ship in, and the crew, being well paid, jump to action, and they get everything lashed down. They've got the sails folded and like stored away. They have oh god, what's it called? They've got the rope. They've got the ropes lashed. They've lashed it to the pier because the unnatural disaster can float, but it doesn't really do it much. So they've got you on a pier that actually has like the little like a cradle, and you kind of just settle into the cradle, and then they lash the pier the ropes to the pier there. There's a man that comes over with a gangplank, and it's like boom, wide enough for lots of gear and supplies to go on and off the ship. Like this, it's a good like 10, 15 feet across. And welcome to Emon. Please come aboard. Come on. And he waves his hands, and you're at Emon.
So, Gunnery, how long usually for a replenishment of a beast this size?
Well, I have to go and make usually using money from the coffers. Looking at Laphus, I need to make some negotiations with the portmaster here, and to get enough supplies ready. But it should take anywhere from 12 to 24 hours, depending. Mainly because we're a sky ship. It's getting it up here is the problem. So if we were on the water, we could just like roll it straight out onto and be done in about 8 to 12 hours. But
Understandable. Are we taking a rest here tonight? I'm just gonna look over at the rest of the party.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I am probably going to restock in a couple of things myself and quite possibly just give myself a day to replenish. I know I don't sweat or anything like that, but I like to feel clean.
Understandable. So, Gunnery and crew, we replenish, then shore leave until next day.
the chief salutes and kind of bows to all of you and says, "Come on, we got work to do. Halflings, come on."
Halflings off!
Whether or not the halflings choose to stay is up to them.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're wanting to go the wild bound, so they might stay, but who knows? They might be able to find some more. They want to replenish their crew to up to 8.
Okay, so we're actually leaving in 12 hours.
Voka gives him like a wave as they like pass by.
Okay, I'm going to move you all over to the Emon map on Roll20. Where would you like to go?
So where are we starting at?
You are starting.
Are we starting like in the top, the bottom?
It's number 8, the Skyport.
Yeah, there's a legend in the bottom. Number 8.
So it's Clouded District next to the crater.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love how they have a specific area for the cemetery.
It's big.
North that the last sovereign of Emon is buried there. His tomb is buried there, and that I don't think anybody else would know, but he was the one who was the dragon who was killed when the Chroma Conclave attacked Emon.
Yeah, I mean the town criers were all about this. Like he was gonna start a republic, so he was gonna step down as a monarch, and then just that's when the council happened. Well, after the conclave, of course.
So, where are you headed? The Cloudtop District, there's switchback streets that go down the hill. You'll never get close to. There are, actually, as you're walking down the gangplank and starting to walk down toward the exit to the skyport, there's not really an interior like there is in Ank'Harel where you go inside and then up, but there's like everything's outdoors here. Uh, as you're walking, there's a few passengers, and these people look to be like rich kind of bitches. There's like this woman who's like haughty, like got like 4 or 5 kids with her, and they're like eating snacks and stuff. And North, suddenly you hear a crunch beneath your feet, and you look down and you see that like one of the kids has spilled their bag of like fried corn chip cheese noodle things, and you've just like all this like orange powder, they're just covered in orange powder, and you've just like ground it beneath your feet as you're
Sucks to be
walking
you,
up.
kid.
And they're like, mommy,
Fucking
I stole it. Like she's like, shut up, I'll get you another one. And
Hey, Ron,
yeah,
is there any fancy women with fans around? Sorry.
there are a few.
Uh.
One of these women, like, because it's somebody who's like getting onto the air, like an airship.
Man, I hope none of these fancy women have a dog that's waiting for them.
It's like, sorry, personal thing. I had to ask.
Okay.
I had to ask.
I don't know what that means, but we're moving on. Okay.
Did I just step on the food version of okay, yes?
Yeah.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Are they great value?
They are great value.
Before Lapis leaves, she's going to look over at Gunnery and then hand him a small little pouch.
Mhm.
And it's just going to contain like an extra 10 gold. And she's going to go, once you're done with the whole negotiation thing, you guys deserve a little art. Don't party too hard. I need you guys at tip-top shape by the end of it.
I will make sure that they don't get too hungover, ma'am. He says, how many days travel should I plan for? And I'm going to get enough for the halflings as well. I'm a good negotiator, so I should be able to get a good deal on food and supplies for the next several days.
I would also suggest maybe getting a little bit more because from the sounds of it, they sound like they want more people in their group.
Oh, that's not good. No.
Yeah, no, I didn't sign
We
up for
should
this.
just leave early. Just like we tell them that we leave in 2 days, but we leave early.
I'll do whatever you say, Miss Lapis.
Just get a little bit extra, because even if they don't come with us, more
It's good to have. Yes.
is
You look back and you see that there's like some people, like the skyport attendants, and they look over at the ship, and there's this dead griffin.
see, it doesn't look dead.
What does it
because
look
it's-
like? What does it look like? Is it sort of
no,
like...
like it besides it looks just like a normal griffin, like it normally like any normal griffin. The only difference is that it looks like there was blood. I mean,
Mhm.
by now it's coagulated. It's no longer dripping out, but
Mhm.
there was like a streak of red coming out of its front
Okay.
area. So it looks like it's like a bleeding heart.
You see several of the skyport people that they're usually like go up and ask and see if like they can help clean, and they're like very cautious about they think it's real, and but it's not moving.
She's like looks over at the griffin, and she just kind of puts like her finger up her like lips to be like shush. And then she also ensures that both Bonnie and Clyde are hiding because we don't know what they'll do to,
You got it.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know like not a lot of people are. This place probably isn't as like uppity about the undead, but you don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The as you're walking down away from the ship and into the city proper, you see this woman, and she's got graying blonde hair pulled back in a braid, and she's walking with two men who have badges that have a phoenix on the badge, and they're like she's walking up to the skyport, kind of past you, and she's like, "Are they here?" Um, I was expecting them. She's wearing this blue gown, and she kind of looks over to the four of you. Um, are you the adventuring company that just arrived a few moments ago?
What about it?
Um, uh,
Are you expecting many adventuring companies? You
I
have
I expect a few, but only a few arrive by Skyport. Um,
Yeah,
please.
there's this dwarvish, halfling adventuring party that just arrived.
the Four
Um,
Winds
the
Company.
the four winds.
oh right, yeah, the windy guys.
Da, 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 da. She's human, and she's like, the windy guys. I was expecting someone else, but adventuring
Mhm.
company.
Who are you expecting? Let's just see if we know them.
Um, I, I was expecting a group, a very nosy, loud, a blue-skinned tiefling. My name is Allura. Oh God, I can't pronounce her last name. Give me a second.
Allura Vysoren.
Vysoren, Allura Vysoren, Minister of Magic, Master of Magic, actually. And you are. It's always good to know adventuring companies, especially those who come.
My name is Orgoth Skullcrusher. It is very nice to meet you. And he's very present in the
Yes.
moment.
He, like, she holds her hand out, kind of prim and proper, and grabs it. It's like, nice to meet you.
She puts her hand out, and Orgoth's like, and he kind of turns his hand under and shakes it like awkwardly sideways. He's not really sure what she's trying to do there.
And
Quick question.
no, yeah, yes,
No, I mean
yes,
above table.
yes.
North with their kind of like worldly knowledge, would they know like this is a member of the council, or are they just like,
She
oh,
did
master of magic, master of magic? What the fuck?
Make a history check, because I don't know how much time that North has spent in Tal'dorei, but she's been alive long enough that you might have know something.
Yeah,
That's a natural 19 for like 22.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 and I got a 22.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
bother.
definitely one of the somebody who's on the council. The Council of Tal'dorei. She is a member with a 22 in that high roll. She is a member of the Arcana Pansophical, which is a Master of Arcana for the Kingdom of for the kingdom when it was a kingdom, but for the
Republic of
Tal'dorei now, yes. And she says, are you going to be in Emon for very, very long?
We plan to leave tomorrow.
Only just a quick stop to replenish. Pleased to meet you, Miss Vysoren.
She nods. She says, as a member of the council, we are always looking out for world travelers who are seeking their fortunes out in the wide world of Exandria. Is there a way that I can contact you possibly in the future? Or if I have a need of a small group of adventurers who might serve a purpose? What is the name of your company?
we already have a pretty tight schedule for now. However, I believe that the Master of Magic would be able to contact any of us via sending, probably.
Oh, once I know your names and get to know you, of course.
I'm Operative Northstar Maedrick of the Cobalt Soul.
Ah, are you wearing Cobalt Soul gear?
It's in my hair.
Okay.
I have the stole in my hair. That's a big
Yeah.
ribbon for me.
She looks up at it. Says,
It's like
nods.
braided into the hair at this point.
Voka and Lapis, you introduce yourself.
Yeah, Voka he does that thing where he like puts like an arm behind his back, leans over and offers his hand. He says, "My name is Voka Nildrith."
Oh, how charming. Oh.
He
And-
squints his eyes and he smiles.
And Allura looks over at Lapis, recognizing magic for magic.
Lapis has ashes in her arms, kind of like doing like that cat like petting thing,
Mm-hmm.
and she just goes, "Lapis."
Nice to meet you, Lapis. She leans in and says, it does not matter to me, but some amongst the Arcana Pansophical believe in the truths of magic. The number one is that no creature should be brought back from the dead. I just want to warn you.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, he's the only one that I brought back.
She nods and kind of like does this like wink. It's like this winking kind of like she's trying to connect with you without, she's giving you a friendly warning as opposed to like, yeah, chill it.
That's why she kept everybody else out of there.
Yeah.
Ashes is like the only one that looks like it's alive.
Right. Yeah. You have to be, she basically picked up on the necromancy about it. In fact, Lapis, make an Arcana check.
Wait. Let's see. That was an 18 on the die. So that's a 33.
God, 38. 33. Just kind of talking about the necromantic arts for a moment. You kind of like your senses reach out, and especially to the north to the cemetery district, but tens of thousands of people died here in the last 2 or 3 decades. You can feel them.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I shouldn't let intrusive thoughts get to me.
And she raises an eyebrow and says, please enjoy the hospitality of the city of Fellowship. Perhaps I can call upon your talents in the future. And she turns around, kind of does a bow, turns around, goes back to the 2 guards who are with her, and says, make sure I get a message. Remind me to message Jester and tell her that she stop making pranks. And she goes away. So, the city is yours. What would you like to do?
It's kind of weird that we met just like with the upper crust, like right away.
I don't think she was even waiting for us.
No.
Was she someone of import?
Member of the council, like the top crust of the city that make political decisions and all that.
Well, how was I to know?
Yeah, that sounds crusty.
I'm gonna go throw myself off the skyport.
It's honestly not important unless you're actually dealing with the things here in Tal'dorei and whatnot. You're not Corel. You don't have to really work with them. She looks at Voka.
I mean, if we're here, we might as well be on good terms.
We're only here for one day.
Yeah. And if anything, we'll probably never see her again.
Perhaps, but knowing what I do of our group, we are prone to get into trouble, and well, it's good to have people in high places.
You did hear her. She wants someone to stop pulling pranks. So
RP
I don't know about her sense of humor.
I'm looking something up real quick.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. So.
So what should we go do? Like, could
Well,
we get?
well,
You're
besides
gonna
the
relax?
provision. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go relax, but if I would have any suggestions, for any sort of answers to your Fey realm sort of situation, there could be someone you can talk to. I've heard of this guy named Gilmore. He has like a little bit of knowledge here and there about some hmm, magical things. I don't know if he knows anything about the Feywild, but he might.
If anything, it's worth a shot.
I believe he has a shop around. There's a few of them around, and I think his is just called Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Well, then I suppose I shall head off in that direction. If anything, I shall pick up at least a few magic items on the way.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He would have several items of magical worth.
I'd like to check in with my new employers, see if they have maybe some information that could be useful.
And who else? What else are we gonna do?
Yeah. Is there like a good workout spot? I've been on the just kind of cramped up on the ship. Maybe some kind of like fighting area or training spot. I'd like to check out that magic place though too.
You mean you
That's
could check
interesting.
out the magic place. There probably is an area where you could Well, no, this place really doesn't have a thing like the tournament or anything like that in Ank'Harel, I don't believe.
Make a history roll.
Woo. 21.
There actually is. The Stormlord's temple has, I think, twice a year has a tournament held at
Yeah,
their
but
temple.
we don't have that time.
No.
No.
But there is like training that kind of like just places around it, like gyms, basically.
Yeah, it's not
you
as
could-
crazy as the one in Vasselheim, but you know.
Yeah.
You can go over to the Stormlord's temple, at least. I'm sure there's bound to be somebody willing to have a sparring match or two.
Oh, all right. That sounds like it could be kind of fun. But if you're gonna go, if anybody's gonna go like to the magic shop place, I'll go there first, I guess.
Voka raises his hand. He's like, if you want to get like a sort of pre-workout, and we could run there, but I will warn you, my legs are skinny and weak.
Oh,
Ah, shit, fuck, I'm gonna run after, in the direction Alora went, actually, because
Okay.
she's the master of magic. She might also have information about, like, what we're looking for!
Well, there goes North.
North, make a perception check.
Not bad, oh, 2 16s, actually, so, Wait, my proficiency went up with, perception 22.
There's a guard tunnel, like not a guard post. That's like a little small area that's along the walk up to the skyport. And you see her and two guards go into it. Like they hold the door open for her, and she goes inside, and the two guards follow and close the door behind.
Nah, fuck.
And you kind of get to the window, to the door, and you see the window, and you see like there's several guards. It's like a large room. There's like 5 other guards in there, but they go to the middle of the room, and Alora does like this. Magic envelops the 3 of them, and phew, they have teleported away.
Oh, I'm gonna just walk back from my walk of shame.
Well, you know what we could do, Voka, is like I could, if you want, because I don't know how long of a run it is, but like it might help my workout. Like you could run, we could run together, or like I could carry you.
I am a good weight. I do like that idea.
Okay.
All right, you're quite a bit taller. You just bend down.
Orgoth, yeah, he gets down like on it, so Voka can climb up on
his little fawn
his
legs.
shoulders.
Okay. And you just start taking off running toward.
And not like the. Well, I don't know how to Voka. How do you mount Orgoth? Do you like put your arms around his neck, or like up on the shoulders, or how do you climb on?
I think he's like up on your shoulders, like his like legs wrapped around. Like I feel like he's like kind of like he's not small, but he's like I mean, but his hands are like wrapped around your neck, like
Okay, so like a backpack as
Yeah, like
opposed
a-
to like
yeah.
sitting on the
Like a
shoulders.
child
right?
on the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kids
he's-
like sit on the shoulders, and then like the other is more like the.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's more backpack styled.
Okay. Cool.
North, you
Tal'dorei.
know that Alora's home is the White Tower.
I'm not going to her home.
But it's in the erudite quarter, I believe. I'd have to check the map, but
That's gonna be not too far out from
yeah.
the Como, so.
Why did you? While like Orgoth and Voka just run off, Laphus looks over at North. It's like, did you forget to ask her something, or?
Yes.
Oh well. Looks like she's gone.
She is. Yes. She went away. She's bloop.
Dang. I mean,
Yeah.
keep it up, buddy. You'll get there. You'll get to see her again, probably.
That was probably the only time.
Well, from the way it
Orgoth is
sounds
like-
like she.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, from the way it sounds like it, she'll probably contact someone.
No, she's looking for lackeys to do some work, so maybe, but Arcanus and all that probably had some info on the thing that we're trying to do for Voka, so
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, she probably doesn't have the time to tell us everything. Or
yeah,
she'd
it was
probably
gonna be
send
more
us.
of a walk and talk, kind of, or like if she had any contacts.
Probably. Oh well.
Oh well.
She's just gonna walk down the little pathway,
hmm
not really following the other two, but because I'm probably sure that that's like the only pathway down at the moment. She's
Yeah.
going there on her own, like stride.
Yeah, it's kind of like saying bye to Lapuhs, but like,
Yeah, you had to go the
we're
same
going
direction.
the same direction.
Yeah.
That's why she didn't say bye. She just started walking.
Yep, let's fucking go.
Orgoth, you head off into
Yeah, he heads down, and then he like kind of stops, and he's like jogging in place because now he's getting his cardio up, and he's like, North, are you going with us? We're gonna go to the mag store."
Sure. Just gonna take a little sprint to catch up.
Okay. And Lapis, you head off into
She's gonna head over to where like the nicer inns would be.
mhm.
She's gonna take her time there. She'll probably end up sometime in Gilmore's just to look at his stuff, but she's really not.
Not
gonna
really like
be there.
going with. You'll just kind of end up there at some point and
Mhm.
look around. They're pretty much inns. Like the most famous inn in Emon is the Laughing Lamia. Quite a large structure, and it's Abdar's Promenade. Orgoth, you North, you probably know sort of generally where it is.
I mean, I've never been to Emon, but I've
But
probably seen
you know like the
maps.
sector that it's like the sector it's in the
Mm.
area. Abdar's Promenade is a shopping area where you can find almost anything. And a lot of people do lots of bartering here as opposed to using coin, or even using a dwarven promise to basically say, I will do this for you in the future if you, and like you would know that this is something that's very, very serious of the people of Emon. But you head into Abdar's Promenade, the three of you, and you see it almost reminds you of the Suncut Bazaar. It has a flavor of Ank'Harel, where there's like awnings and multicolored banners everywhere, and strange, unusual buildings, shaped buildings. Lapis, there's inns in the promenade, but there's also inns everywhere. Like there's some in the central district, and fancier inns in the Uridite Quarter and in Cloudtop District actually has a very some fancy like Airbnbs basically where you're renting an entire house
She'll probably do that. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to
out of
be
the
around
way.
anybody.
Okay, so you find a after asking around, um, after asking around, you are taken to a small cottage. It's basically somebody that's a house that's in somebody's backyard that somebody's renting out, and it's big enough size where it'll hold the four of you, um, and have a nice comfortable. There's like a deck that actually goes like around the side too, and there's a gazebo and a fountain next to it, and a lovely grass yard, um, and a fenced-in backyard where there are horses
Ooh,
that you can actually ride around and are given permission to ride. Um, and it's 25 gold for a night.
that's perfect for her. She's not going to tell them where she is.
And the three of you get into the promenade and you're walking the streets and you're just like, it's much more crowded here. It's later in the afternoon. People are walking about, bumping into you. North, you actually see someone and he has
Bumping?
like a um possibly make a perception check. Your passive is
My
like,
passive is at 21.
yeah, your passive is like he's going, it's like somebody of the business who is going for Orgoth's money pouch.
I'll just give him a little you know how like thieves cant is not just words, it's also
the
like hand
symbols.
signs, but
Mhm.
also whistles and all that.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him that one whistle.
Yep.
Like don't fucking touch
And
that.
he kind of like he's like, you just see him kind of reach out and he just turns immediately and just walks away, not even looking, knowing the signal.
There we go.
And you're walking up the main area toward, I believe 14 is Gilmore's on the map. Yes, it is. Toward the main
That's
thoroughfare.
like really far at this point. Like Orgoth has no idea how far that was, and
Yeah.
probably when they start getting into like all the way through that central district and everything, he's like, okay, oh yeah, woo, yeah, this is good. This is a great workout.
You're working up a great sweat, my friend.
You gotta push through the limit.
You're almost to that
Oh, yeah,
runner's
yeah.
high.
No pain, only pressure. Okay, I got it.
No pain, no gain, Orgoth. No pain, no gain.
As you are approaching this large building with purple and multicolored like drapes all over it, is flowing in this wind. The wind doesn't even seem to be it just seems to be like magically whipping about and like drawing attention to itself almost. The this building. But as you're getting close to it, you hear this sobbing. And you look over and there's this woman, and she is, let me get there. That's not it. Here it is. She's a crimson-skinned dragon elf with horns, large ears, and she has golden eyes, curled black hair, round face, and she has a symbol of the Wild Mother around her neck. She has a black eye and a bloody lip.
We see this.
And you see this. She's like sitting on a bench.
Is there anyone around her? Because like I've seen a cut purse already in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Make
And-
a perception check.
Like as much as I want to
Yeah.
believe in the goodness. Oh yeah, that's 20.
If usually the people like this work in twos, you don't see the second.
Okay.
If this is a trick, you can make an insight check if you wish.
15.
She's genuinely upset. She also is the only other dragon elf you've ever seen, other than Laphus.
Yeah, that's Hmm.
She's not noticing you. It's not like she's trying to get your attention. She's just like angry and upset and crying and mad.
Right.
Like,
And are we near? Are
Yeah.
we near our destination? At this
yeah,
point?
you're
Okay.
yeah. You see it like it's like here's the bench, and then here's the Gilmores right next to.
Okay. Well, Horgoth's gonna stop and like kind of go down to a knee and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, good workout. Okay,
And
all right."
he,
Kind of
Voka,
like,
Voka steps off and he like wipes his like front. Like,
Ooh, the stank. The stank, brother.
Hey, there's no such thing as a free ride, I suppose. And he looks over in the direction of the woman. And he's just like, "Do you all see that?"
I do. We're a bit on a time. I mean, I feel for her, but we're on a bit of a time crunch at the same time.
what? But it looks like somebody like
Yeah.
punched her.
Yeah,
That's not okay.
that's not okay.
Punched her twice. Like she's got a black eye and a busted lip.
Well, I could have a big.
Or had like a real weird shitty game.
Yeah.
kind of looks similar to Laphus too.
The other one I've ever seen. Like Voka's like teetering. He's like eyeing the wild mother sigil.
Mm-hmm.
We're
on
just
her.
standing there like a bunch of idiots. staring at her.
Voka, make a religion check.
Religion check. I'm religioning so hard. That's gonna be an 18.
18. Not only is she a follower of the Wild Mother, you believe she is a druid.
Oh, and he's like patting his sides, and he's like, I don't want to, but I feel compelled to at least say, I don't know, a prayer or something. That's what clerics do, right? They say
You're the
prayers.
cleric. You didn't know that.
You're so right. I am. You get, and he hops, and he's like, you get Gilmore all warmed up. I'm gonna go, and he points and starts like walking sideways. I'll be quick and concise, and it'll be. I'm just gonna he does like a star pattern on his chest. I'm quick and concise.
Voka, if you need to reach out real quick, if you need help, I'm just gonna toss Voka the group chat stone.
He fumbles in his hand. He catches it.
Gonna go straight to Orgoth.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk in.
Do you need help, Voka, or should I?
If you want, I was just gonna give it the Wild Mother appreciates you and loves you, and whatever you're going through is all right. If you want,
Okay, well, I'll see you inside then.
Okay.
We'll go in the shop.
So before we go to the shop, Voka, you approach her.
Yeah, he kind of starts by sidestepping, and then sidestepping, and then a couple tip, and then sidesteps, and he's standing next to her, and he kind of leans down, and he just goes, "You all right, lady?"
Do you have any outward symbols for the Wild Mother on you?
No.
Okay. She looks up.
This is more of a personal thing.
Yeah, she looks up, sniffles, and says, I was just robbed. They took everything, something very important to me. And it's gone. Gone.
What did they take from you?
My bag, it had something in it that was very, very important to me. Who are you?
Oh, I'm just some guy on the street who recognized that little symbol on your chest.
Oh.
Pray tell, what was in the bag?
She seems hesitant to tell you. Make an insight check.
It was a baby
am
thump
I-
that she found up in the air.
I'm also inciting so hard. 22.
22. It's something that's very personal to her, and she doesn't trust you enough to tell
Oh yeah,
you.
that's fair. And he's just
Um,
like,
she's
apologies. I was just trying to gauge. I didn't know if it was
um,
just some.
my name is Fladeathnor Ashgrove. Fladeathnor. Fladeithnor.
I have that written down somewhere, but
Yeah,
for the full brand.
yeah, we'll pop it in the chat later.
Call you Flo.
Can I go? No.
And you just see kind of like these kind of like dark red tear, dark reddish black tears kind of come out of her eyes.
I mean, did you see who stole it from you?
It was some mage like flashed some lights in my face and then punched me. The sucker punched me. What kind of mage uses physical violence? And she like holds her nose like it's hurting. She grabs a handkerchief.
A warlock, maybe, but that's neither here nor there.
She just do you think you could help me find this person? I have to get it back. It's very important to me.
And he thinks about it for a second and he just says, "What's in it for me?" I mean, you won't even tell me what this is.
Make a persuasion roll.
Ooh. I looked
persuading so hard.
No, I'm persuading at a medium amount. This can be a 13.
13. She looks up at you and says, I've been working with the are they called the Fire Ashari or Flame Ashari? I can't remember. Fire Ashari. I've been working with the Fire Ashari at the crater, helping them try to bring nature back. And I found something that I thought I would never, ever see again.
He like kind of leans in, his eyes glinting. He says, "And pray tell, what did you find?"
If we get it back, I'll show you, and I will pay you handsomely. He has all of my belongings, all of my gold. I don't know what to do.
And it was your description is just some random mage.
As far as I know, it's like I was mugged in the back alley. I can't believe I'm telling you this. This thing I found is quite large, so I used my portable hole and I went into a back alley and put it into the portable hole. And as I was putting the portable hole back into my belongings, he rolled me. He came up behind me and hit me and knocked me to the ground and took everything.
I'll think about it. Where can I find you should I procure the items?
I don't have anywhere to go. I don't even have money for an inn right now. I was going to be paying my next week's rent.
I wait right here. I just wait. Sit on that bench.
And she sits on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
And I was over on the bench.
You notice that the wounds look fairly recent, like within the last half hour. I mean, she probably could have cast a spell to heal it, but she's just like it just happened.
He turns around and he wants to act like he doesn't care, and then turns around and he like waves a hand over her face and casts Cure Wounds at the lowest level I physically can.
Okay. Okay.
Which is
the bruise starts to fade
and stinks of the wild mother's magic.
Mm-hmm.
And
she looks at you like
these little sparks fly across her face.
Melora? You know of Melora? You know of Melora, the wild mother?
We talked a few times.
I hope she had some good things to say about you.
Talking, yes. And he like starts like doing this. He sidesteps it back, tap tap tap, sidestep into the tent.
Okay, inside the tent. The first thing that hits you, there's like blue and purple fabrics. You have to kind of like, there's no door, and there's like this beaded curtain with fabrics. You have to kind of push it to the side.
Almost
And
reminds me of Lapus's outfit, but way more garish.
It looks as if you go in and it's like seems to be a lot more space on the inside, bigger on the inside. There are side chambers, and there are racks and shelves everywhere, and there is a you just smell incense and perfumes everywhere. It's just almost assaulting the senses.
Mkesney?
Worse than M. Kesney's. Matt Mercer called it like a terrible medieval Sephora.
See, the difference is that Kesney's just smells like old lady, but
Yeah.
with like probably some incense in there.
There's tables bearing glass cases with jewels in the center of the room, a long wooden counter at the far end. There seem to be like archways with curtains drawn everywhere. I'm trying to think who is on duty. I have to find out who it is.
Roll a dice.
It's funny, there's a Whitestone expansion, and the person who runs it is named Jerry. Jaiden. Sherry. It's Sherry. Okay. There's a half-elf woman, her hair in a bun, little tiny glasses. She comes up, kind of mousy, thick spectacles. It's like, hello, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. How can I help you?
Orgoth, you wanted to come here?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to. So I've never been to your fair city before. In fact, I have. This is a lot of traveling.
Welcome to Emon. Yes.
Yeah, and I just thought I would browse for some magic items. We had a nice magic store we went to when we were in Carell, and it was very nice. And we heard that this was a very nice magic store, so I came to look at magic things.
What precisely? We have many things. Things come in and out of stock. We get restocked all the time. What can perhaps I can? And she like opens this case, and there's like rings inside, like several jewels. You're not sure what's magical and what's not. It's like, this necklace is quite lovely. Like, looks like your color
Well,
too.
yeah, I'm not really, I think, a necklace guy. But if you have anything that so I tend to fight with my hands a lot, so maybe something that would help with that, or I'm learning a lot about telling stories and songs and things too. So something along there maybe.
You seem to be a man who likes to use his fist, a man who likes to fight unconventionally.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are your boomerangs noticeable? Are they like on your belt?
Yeah, I mean he wears them, so it's like they're almost like gunslingers, right? There's a boomerang on either side of his belt, and then on his if he's I assume he's looked around the store and things, so if they've been scoping him, they'd see the boomerangs on his hips. They'd see that he's got his whip that's like coiled, like in the small of his back area.
Yes.
Right. And then he's got his net there that's like packaged too, right? So you can always reach back and get one of those. So those are the kind of and then the spear, of course. But like that's the unconventional set of stuff he has.
She looks around and like goes to the shelf, and she pulls out this box, and there's like puts it down on the shelf, and there's like 9 boomerangs inside of it, and she starts,
Oh,
a boomerang of returning. What a foolish magic item! And she throws
that
it, and
seems
it comes
like-
back, and she catches it, puts it back in the box.
that's what it kind of does anyway, right? Yeah.
This one is, this is magical. It allows you to strike with much more force. And she holds it out to you, and it's very nice. It has like kind of like metal pieces along the cherry wood, and it's shaped like perfectly. Flies, would fly very, very well. It would be a boomerang +1.
Oh, these are pretty nice.
Does she have just one of them, or the set?
She does have the set, yes.
Okay, that
He sets those aside.
okay. That's a maybe. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, I don't really see people selling those.
And then suddenly Voka comes in.
Hey Voka, can I get my stone back?
Oh yeah, he like tosses it.
You didn't need it. Okay. North, who's just like overlooking at a bunch of bows.
I mean, it's not. We can shop first. It's not. I mean, it's not that important.
What did she say?
Oh, she got robbed, and there was something very personal in there. She said if we got it back, this little portable hole back for her, she would show us something really, really cool in the crater that she found.
So she wants to show us something really, really cool in her hole.
You would say that, yes, actually.
What is it with people putting things in their hole? Jesus Christ.
No one here would put anything in their hole.
She was hiding it.
In her hole.
I mean, apparently she found something really cool down in the crater, and she said if we get it back, we could have it or whatever.
She did not say that.
No, she did not. She did not say that. She said she would show us. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't have to help her. I just figured.
Oh?
Do you have anything that like hand wraps or something where that I'm really more effective when I can hit like specific places that like allow me to like have more of a critical attack, and like do you have anything that might help with that?
I have a.
I fought in this arena combat one time, and there was an item that was there that I did got to do more. Like I felt like I just was more like focused and honed in on those kinds of attacks.
She starts looking around. I have these necklace of fireballs. No. Talisman of ultimate evil. No, you can't have that. No. I have a spear of aiming.
No, I've got this is kind of a special spear. I'm
looking.
I'm not really looking to get rid of this one.
I think it'd be easier if Orgoth knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
If only.
I mean, what Orgoth is kind of looking for, right, is something like the Butcher's Bib, but that is about crushing damage, because the butcher's bib is slashing only, right? And he's just trying to improve his crit range to 1920, right?
Got
the
it, got
butcher's
it,
bib
got
does
it.
a little more than that
Uh-huh.
as well. Like it also lets you reroll weapon damage once per turn. But like, which was it wasn't the butcher's bib, but there was something he got that he remembers during the tournament that
Uh-huh.
improved his crit range.
Yes, yes.
So he's been a little like fascinated by that idea because he knows that makes him a lot more effective.
Perhaps if you come back later, I might be able to find a recipe if I do some research. Are you going to be in the area long? Like later
I
tonight,
think
in the
we're leaving
morning.
tomorrow.
Leaving
morning,
tomorrow?
I think.
Um, da, 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 da. Perhaps if I was to find the ingredients of this recipe of something that would allow you to hit critically, if you could go on a quest, you could bring them back to me, and then I could have my boss, Gilmore, make it for you.
Okay. That sounds fair.
She says, nods, and says, I will have the recipe for you tonight. Or in the morning.
How much are the boomerangs?
Boomerangs are 900 for the set.
Okay, I'll take those.
And she, like, gets a little box, puts them in the box, wraps it up. There's a little purple ribbon on it. Hands it to you.
Orgoth takes the box. He's like, and gives her 900. Goes like, thank you. And he turns and sets the box in the counter and unwraps the box and takes the boomerangs out and puts them in. He exchanges the ones that are on his belt in the holsters and puts in the magic ones, and then puts the old ones in the box and just closes it and clumsily ties the ribbons back around it. He's like, thanks.
You in Voka kind of like appears beside him, like to talk to her. And, like he's been kind of looking through stuff. You don't have anything that would like enhance a sword, like not change it, just enhance a currently like being used weapon.
Just something like a weapon that is already
And he takes out his sword and places it on the counter.
And she looks at it. And this is your special sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say that again, because I was gonna ask. Say what you were gonna ask again. I'm so sorry.
He's looking to enhance it without changing it in really any way. Because he needs a new weapon, but he's very attached to this specific sword.
She says, this is a way. Again, I would need to find the ingredients. Perhaps, if I knew the nature of how this sword was created or its origin, it looks quite unique.
Oh, if you know, I far doubt you would know anything about it, but it's a Nildrith family
Nildrith. No, I don't.
A non-Corel family, but
Ankarel, yes.
That's about I know as much as you on that front.
She goes to a book and kind of starts like flipping through. Oh. Master Gilmore is not here at the moment, so he is not here to do enchantments. However, we have a friend who is a mer person who lives in the bay, who can do enchantments. I could call upon them to perhaps meet you, or if you need to go quicker, perhaps you can meet them in the water.
I mean, we are. I mean, maybe, but we are. I mean, we're leaving tomorrow, so I mean, I guess whatever is most convenient.
Yes, yes, yes. Perhaps. Okay, and she. What is it a plus right now, Voka? Is this weapon a?
I don't. I'm looking.
I think it's a
It
plus
was
one.
rudium, so it becomes a +1 because it was rudium.
Yeah, yeah.
before.
What it's
Yeah.
definitely a +1 right now.
I believe it is now just a regular short sword.
Okay. Well, it was rudium, and so when the rudium disappears, all rudium
Yeah.
weapons become a +1. So it is a +1
Okay.
already.
Okay.
Let's see. An enchantment by a chorus, and or she's looking through the book. She says, perhaps taking some ash from the crater, perhaps sprinkling it over it, and enchanting. And she holds like this scroll. She has a scroll of enchantment. If you take some ash from the crater, from some volcanic rock, and cooled, of course, you don't want to touch it when it's hot, and sprinkle it over your weapon and cast this scroll. She has a scroll in her hand. It will add another additional bonus to your weapon. It is a 2,000 gold for the scroll, however.
He hovers his hand over it,
Mm-hmm.
and
and depending on the element that you sprinkle it with, it will add that elemental damage to the attack as well.
oh, that's really good. That's also 2,000. He's wiggling his fingers a little bit, just
Okay, we just got paid.
I guess so, but I'm a little bit of a hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Oh, fuck it, fine." He taps it with his hand and reaches into his pocket.
Okay. And you pull out the gold.
Mm-hmm.
And a deal is made, and she hands you the scroll. This will need to be cast by a magician, a wizard, of course.
I mean, we do happen to know a wizard.
If that would be good. You can also use any mages. They have. I don't know if you've seen all of the. There was some troubles a couple of 20 years ago after the castle was being built. They hired a bunch of the League of Miracles hired a bunch of mages to rebuild the. What was that to look for? North.
North is just they've got 3 bows, just looking which one is waiting to ask questions. And she's just starting to go about the history of the blade.
history.
Yes, she said.
That's all. It's all really cool. This bow.
Yes, there's plenty of mages that would be able to cast this. That if you just bought them a drink, they'd probably be able to cast it for you. But if you have somebody you trust, I would recommend using them.
Well, I don't know if it's someone I trust, but yeah, I think North does have a question for you, however.
And she just turns to North.
Yes, hi. I'll make this very quick.
Yes.
Bows, just holding long bows. Basically, they're looking for a weapon that would be, just a bit better.
Non-magical, but very, very, very pretty. And this one is a +1.
Okay.
It also returns the arrows to your quiver, unbroken.
Okay. Nice. Would it require a tournament? Because I'm honestly looking for a +1 very regular.
Just +1 without the
Longbow.
extra enchantment would be a 900.
900 is fine. Other question. You see this fine studded leather armor, a bit used now.
Yes.
looking to get
Yes.
something similar again. Not too demanding on the magical side, but just a bit of an oomph.
A bit
would
of
be
an oomph.
nice.
A bit of an oomph.
Mm-hmm.
For 1,200, I have a little
1,200?
oomph. Yes.
Little oomph.
A little
Mm-hmm.
oomph. Yes.
Now, last question, real quick, because
Yes.
I don't want to waste your time. Would you have any instruments that could help someone of the more léger de main kind, someone who is very nimble with her fingers?
An instrument, like a musical, like toot toot toot.
More like gloves, let's say. Of thievery.
What? Okay.
You know, I'm already very good with my hands, but I'd like to be extra good with them.
I do not have such a thing.
Okay. A bit
With-
too on the up and up. Gotcha.
Of course, but the things come in and go. So it just depends on what Master Gilmore has in stock.
Of course. I do understand. Yes, the armor and the bow are very interesting.
Yes.
So, the armor was, real quick, just like... Is it like studded leather plus something, or... Just looking at what I'm buying. So you said how much was that?
Oh, sorry. 900 for the armor, right? No, did I say 12
for the bow?
For the bow, and then 1,200 for the armor.
And that would be what, a +1 studded?
+1,
studded,
yes, studded leather, yes.
Studded leather.
Mhm.
Yeah, no problem. I'll put so that would be 2,100. I'm gonna put 2110, just like a little 10 over for like her kind
Yeah.
service.
A tip is not necessary. I gain much pleasure by
You're
working
very
here.
agreeable. You're helping us.
Yes.
This is fine. Thank you. As well. And we can do that off the table. But like if I can just like sell my shit, and also like I have a needle of mending that I'm not using. That I would like to probably offload on her, because that's a magical item that could lower the price maybe.
Yes. Needle of mending. I'm looking up on my handy dandy magic items list. And it's not on here.
It's in the Explorer's Guide to Waldemount.
That's why. Okay. The what kind of rarity is it?
Hold on. It's rare.
Rare. Okay. Magic item price by rarity. I could give you 500 for it.
Deal. Not even gonna barter. Deal.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, rares. The basic DMG prices rares like 1,000 to 2,500. So.
Because I was at above table. I was at an illicit auction and I paid 400 for it. So I'm making some money on my investment.
Okay.
Good.
Let's see. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Thank you very much. This is all.
She nods.
We did have questions.
Yes.
And she kind of like eyes. He kind of eyes north in Orgoth.
Yes.
How much do you know personally about the Fey realm?
Oh, I've never gone there. I hate it. The stories I've heard about it seems very, very dangerous and very like sign your life away kind of place. I just don't want to go there.
I mean, we're on the same page on that front. I just didn't know if you knew anything of how to go there, how to get something out.
Oh, Oh, perhaps you are looking for a planar portal of some sort, or planar gate. What's it called? There's an item that's used for planar travel, and I can't remember what it is.
Little planar fissure.
Yeah, planar travel item 5E. Um, you would have to know a mage with the plane shift spell. I might be able to provide a scroll of that, but that is quite a high level spell.
No, that shouldn't be necessary. I just wanted to throw it out there, casting a wide net, you know.
Of course, of course. I wish I could help you further, but Master Gilmore is the person who knows about all of these things. I am just stepping in and helping today. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to pry too much. Where is your employer?
he is on a mission for the council.
Well, who?
Do you buy stuff to make spells with too here, or just done things?
I do have scrolls, and I do have a few scrolls of the easy to find kind of things, so easily castable by those.
No, I mean like this.
Orgoth will reach in to into his arm and pulls out the hole, and then like gets down and puts the chest up, climbs out of the hole, opens it up, and he like reaches in, and then pulls out the griffin fire gland. He's like, oh, like this kind of thing.
Oh, she's like, put it down. Please put it down. And she looks at all the flammable things in the room.
Stop shaking it!
Okay.
And he like sets it down on the counter.
I can give you. You did a. Let me actually roll for that. Okay, yeah. She's like, whoever cut this out today, masterful. Oh, that's. I can give you 3,000 gold for it now, but I'm not touching it. And she takes a box and puts it like carefully on the table. Opens it up.
Right.
There's like a pillow.
Okay. Okay. Well, 3,500 and it's yours.
Make a persuasion roll.
Can I help by adding that we just did excellent business in in this establishment?
Yes, but she's terrified right now.
22.
22. She like 3,300, and only because I'm allowing you to place it in, I don't have to touch it. I'm paying you extra to handle the hazardous goods.
Okay.
And Orgoth picks it up and like,
oh, be careful.
Okay.
And gently puts it in the box.
And she slowly closes the lid, and when it hits, like closes, it goes ding, and you see this boom field come around it, and she like takes the box and puts it. And now she's like shakes it, yeah. But she pays you 3,300.
I like to imagine she doesn't even take the 2,000 of Voka's gold out of the bag. She just like lumps in like an extra 1,000 in it.
Yeah. Okay. The woman, the dragon elf, comes into the store following Voka. Like, you've been in here quite a long time. and she's kind of looking. Did you tell her your name, Voka?
No, she
Okay.
never did.
She's like, and she looks at the portable hole that's on the ground, and
Yeah,
she
he
looks
picks it
very
back up.
confused. Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
like,
he puts the chest back in and like pulls it back up. And
she looks confused. It's like, I thought portable holes were rare things. I didn't know if you were coming back or not.
I mean, you saw me walk into this tent, pray tell. Did you ever see me walk out?
No, but it's I.
I intended to live out my entire life in the vicinity of this one tent. Congratulations, you found me.
She kind of blushes and
I feel like she would just leave.
Yeah.
At that point.
she walks back out. And
No, I'm sorry. Come back. That was really mean. I am sorry.
More trying not to laugh in the background.
She's just gone now. Voka fucked up.
Lapis, what are you doing? I'm sorry. I was hoping.
No, they were doing their own thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're always hoping we're together, but no, you should know that we never do.
Oh!
We've been shopping.
It's like you meet a
Alright.
dragon elf. Tell Lapis. Call her up.
No, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I mean, like I said, she'll eventually end up there, but at the moment, you guys were doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Lapus gets there and we're still shopping.
It's been like 3 hours. What are you guys still doing here?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it feels
depending
like.
on how long Lapis takes, she could definitely show up and we're still there.
This
So
is so nice.
You kind of checked out Lapis. You check out the house. You check out the horses. They have a whole stable back there. In fact, they have like those steeplechase jumps and trainers on staff.
Oh yeah, no, she would have ridden a horse a couple of times before she like actually has like that moment where she takes like maybe an hour to like bathe, get her hair like better and like wash ashes and
Mm-hmm.
she
Do the
kinda-
primp the pet, kind of like yeah.
yeah, puts like a little dollop of stuff on his nose to make it shiny and whatnot. But yeah, she's all ready, she's all set, and she finally decides to go out. It probably has been like 3 hours since they last saw each other.
Yeah.
Especially because she was still in the Cloud Top district, so she didn't
Mhm.
go far.
So after a while, you start heading toward Gilmore's, and you get to the promenade. And I'd like you to make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Perception?
Sorry, perception. Perception.
Yeah, I was like, what am I persuading?
You're persuading me to be nice. I'm not. I don't know. No.
Perception is going to
Perception.
be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're walking through, kind of taking the like roundabout way to where somebody told you to go. In fact, somebody's like, if you were asking where Gilmore's was, somebody would have told you like kind of like the wrong way, and you kind of
Oh, they're trying to get me.
yeah, they're trying to get you, and you head that direction for a second, and then you're like, no, this isn't right, and you start to stay back, and then you see
I was gonna say with my passive insight at 19, I would have called
Yeah.
their bullshit.
yeah. But as you see in that alleyway they told you to go down, you see this man down there. He is youngish 20s, pinkish skin, white hair, and a nasty ass soul patch.
Oh, gross.
And he's talking with another man, and they have a portable hole spread out on the ground between them. And the man is like, okay, you're not going to believe what I found on this score. Oh, you're going to really enjoy this. And he jumps into the portable hole. Do you keep watching, or do you kind of keep moving, or?
See, Lapis is the type that if she knows you're bullshitting and you're trying to do something to her, she will feign to take the bait, and
Mhm.
she will just be like, "Oh, is this really the way? Oh, I guess I have no choice." She's not even like trying to hide the
Yeah.
fact that she's like,
She knows it's
and so she's just going to take like, just gonna walk over here now, all by myself, all alone. Hum de dum.
The man, older man, grizzled, has got a scar across his cheek. He's like, "Her." Let me see if he notices you. You're not trying. He looks back. He's like, "We got company up here," and you see, "Just give me a second." And he lifts up this reddish, leathery dragon egg, and then puts it onto the shelf. And he's like, "Who's that?" And the man turns around, looks at you, and says, "Get out of here.
Oh, what?
None of your business."
Disintegrate
Dude,
time.
somebody just told me to go down here because I was heading somewhere. Oh, you guys really should work on like when to fucking open a goddamn open hole and bring out a egg.
The man grabs a dagger and is like,
Mhm.
"Get out of here."
No.
The other man jumps up, and the egg is just like on the edge. It's pretty big size. Like, Lapis actually, for a standard like born from a dragon egg, this is kind of runty a little bit. It's on a smaller side from a dragon that birthed this egg, but
It's like
yeah, exactly.
you can't see my other hand, but it's like
Yeah.
pretty big.
It's still pretty big. And the other man jumps up out, and he draws a short sword.
Oh, really? Oh no. Whatever shall happen to me. By the way, that I don't know if you know, but that's gonna die if it's not in like a certain temperature range.
What?
Yeah. Oh well. And she's just going to cast chain lightning on both of them.
Roll initiative. I'm gonna just to see who goes first. This is
Lapis
They
is
rolled
my
a
favorite
5.
murderer.
Yeah, they rolled a 5.
I also rolled a 5.
But that's
So
well, that was with do you have any pluses to that?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was with my 5.
Oh god, that was with their pluses too. What's your dexterity?
Not well. I think it's just a 1.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a 2.
The 2. Okay. I'm gonna say the grizzled guy who's a thief goes first, rushes at you, rolls a 3 on his attack roll, like slashes out with the dagger, and you see the guy with the soul patch. He has the dagger out, but his hands start lighting up like he's casting a spell. Lapis, you go next.
All right. But yeah, I mean chain lightning.
Chain lightning, go. Okay.
All right, they need to do a dex.
Mr. Rogue rolls a 17, and Mr. The Soul Patch rolls a 13.
Well, they both fail.
Okay.
All right, and that was a 7th level, so I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whee.
North
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Voka
Yes.
and Orgoth, from blocks away, you hear the biggest lightning strike, crack a boom, and then like lightning bouncing off of things.
Do we recognize that sound at this point? Because we've been around Lapis for a while.
Probably
It could be any lightning.
It could be any lightning. It's like
That's a 38.
In the middle of a clear day.
It was a nice day out.
Is it? Orgoth turns to the shopkeeper like, does it like just start raining here? A lot
nope,
sometimes?"
closing up shop.
Did-
Out,
Did
go
you
out,
check
get out.
Did you check out the farmer's almanac?
And Voka's like already halfway because he's like chasing this dragon out. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
And they both fail. The lightning hits the rogue, just lights him up. He just collapses.
With evasion? No.
The other one, it just hits him square in the chest. It bounces off of him, hits the other guy, knocks him back into the hole, and he is dead.
Huh. Oh well. And she's gonna head over to where the portable hole is.
You look
Yeah,
down, and there's actually she made a little fire pit for it, and like there's like glowing rocks, like seem to be magically glowing.
She's going to stare at the body that's also in there.
And it's starting to smolder.
No, it's just gonna smell pretty bad. And she's going to cast Raise Dead on it, just to
Okay.
get him to get outside of the hole.
And he's like,
Then, like, it's gonna put the egg back to where it was, get outside of the hole, and then she's going to release the necromantic energy to make him just fall over dead.
xylophone noises and what do you do with the other body? Just leave the other body?
Yeah, she's just gonna leave the other body there.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
And she's gonna actually pick up the portable hole. Because she's not gonna let anybody just grab this.
Yeah.
And she's gonna head over to Gilmore's.
And as you're coming around out of that corner, you see two things. From one direction, you see 4 men with clubs out, wearing little badges with the phoenix on it, running full blast toward you.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the other side, you see Orgoth, Voka, North, and a dragon elf.
Mm.
And she kind of stops and looks at you and points.
Spider-Man meme.
Pointing is very rude.
Are you what I? In a minute, the guards run up. It's like, stop! What happened here? And one guard runs into the alleyway to see the one dead body and the 2 dead bodies.
Oh, mugging gone wrong.
The other one's like, this happens all the time around Gilmore's. I can't believe. I hate working at Gilmore. And he like flips open a pad. What happened?
They gave me incorrect directions. They wanted to.
Oh, typical road shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they wanted me to. I mean, apparently they stole something. I found out, and they were going to kill me. Hence why that one's brandishing a knife, and the other one I think was magic. I didn't give him a chance to do anything.
The other dragon elf, she looks down the alleyway and sees the man with the soul patch. That's him. That's who stole my portable hole.
And like Voka's like on her turn. She says, "Does he have it on him?"
I mean, he did. I mean, what was dumb is that like they opened up the hole and they brought out a dragon egg.
That's what I saw. That's what I found in the crater.
What?
You found a dragon egg in the crater and you decided to take it.
I felt drawn to it. I felt really drawn to this egg. I felt like I needed to protect it. I can't describe it.
Is it another case of Flumph being kidnapped?
It was just normally I didn't let the fire shari know about it. I needed to take care of this baby. It's very important to me. And and she like kind of like is crying again, but it's kind of like this is like her life. Like it's almost like she's like this is something she has to do. Laphus, you've seen this before.
Yeah, this is. It's instinct, it's nature. I understand, but you definitely should not be taking a dragon's egg.
don't know why it was in the crater. It's
Clearly, someone gave birth. And it could be a dragon in disguise, not gonna lie.
somebody, a red dragon let that landed in the lava and gave birth.
How long do dragon eggs last?
It depends.
There was a red dragon in town around 20 years ago.
Yeah, it usually can last about a year, maybe two.
okay.
It depends on how which dragon and how they're
Lapis,
keeping it.
make an Arcana check.
Whee! Man, that is a very low roll, but that is
It's
still that's a 22.
when
I
the-
rolled a 7.
like in the moment it was kind of like you weren't able to focus on it, but now it's back in the hole. But when when it was out, you kind of realize that it's picking up, like putting off lots of extreme elemental energy.
A lot of thermal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot more
Are
than
the guards still here? Are
yeah,
they-
the guards are like taking all this down, and it's like a dragon egg in Thordak's crater, and they're all like big eyes.
Yeah, that's the thing that's worrying me right now.
Yeah. Could be theirs, could be somebody else's. It's very unstable at the moment.
Was the guards like was the egg still viable? Is it something
Something could come out of it. It's still alive, whatever.
that seems quite dangerous. I feel like I need to call my superiors to perhaps somebody from the council.
Yeah, how nice is it that there's a dragon egg that's exuding a lot of warmth in a city that's been traumatized by dragons all that time ago?
If you're talking about the council, we know Allura Viscerin.
We don't know her, we just met
Well,
her.
I
Yeah,
met
that was-
her.
that
We
was
shook
about-
hands.
Everybody
and
knows
exchanged
Allura. She
names.
talks to everyone. She's
And-
quite friendly.
Yes, but knowing.
Okay, well,
We
we're not
made
like best friends.
acquaintances.
We have cross paths for the door.
So, but that she knows who we are. So maybe that if you're going to contact someone on the council, at least you could tell her the favored few she could talk to.
1 second, and one guard leaves to relay a message, and the other guard stays there. And still the one that's writing everything down. Fledethonor, who introduces herself to Lapis, she's like, "Who are you? I've never seen anyone who looked like me before."
My name's Lapus, and yeah, our races are kind of like basically dead, in a sense. Not a lot of people like to worship dragons anymore, in that sense.
I worship the Wild Mother. I don't even know where I come from.
Sounds about right.
Raised in an orphanage here in Emon.
Well, the whole thing about you wanting to take care of this dragon egg, it's all instinct. It's basically like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but some people have like that. If they see a baby and they think it's cute, and then suddenly hormones start kicking in, and they're like, "I want a child." That's basically what's happening to
So
you.
I felt when I saw the egg, I felt a very strong, protective. She kind of like puts her hands to her mouth, and she's like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's what it is.
What am I?
You're a dragon elf.
And she just tears, like recognized tears. It makes all perfect sense to her now.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you're not a tiefling. You don't have like the infernal traits of them or anything of that sort. But yeah, long time ago, your ancestors probably worshipped, mated, throughout, generations upon generations with dragons and
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lapis. Thank you. And she's
don't thank me.
Allura, honest to God, flies. Like she flies in, like casting the spell, lands. What's this about a red dragon egg?
Oh, yeah.
From
Surprise!
from the crater?
Yeah, that sounds very problematic. I agree.
She kind of like looks astonished and says, "Is it alive? Where is it?"
It's in a hole. It's alive.
Is
And
it?
honestly, it's if it's going to be around the same time that Thordak was around, which was 20 something years ago, you still got about like maybe 70, 80 years until it decides to hatch. It's rather small. Probably a runt.
She kind of like nods. May I see it? I
She
need to
gets
get
the
eyes
portable
on it.
hole that she has and then opens it up.
She says, she looks at it. I need to take this back to the council.
I mean, you could take the egg, but I mean, you should give the lady back her portable hole. It's kind of rare.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, but if you want the egg to remain alive, it needs to stay in that portable hole because it needs to be at a certain, especially with red dragon eggs, they need to be
I knew that.
surrounded
I
by
knew
heat.
that. She's the Dragon Elf says I knew that I needed to somehow get warm stones in there to keep it alive. And Allura looks at her and it's like, perhaps you can come with, and perhaps you can help explain what you were doing at the crater. Of course, of course. Anything I can do to help. And she looks back to Lapis, um, Fledeathanor, and says, "Thank you again for telling me who I am."
I mean, you're who you are. I just told you what race you were. What species.
It just all makes sense. I'll go with you, Allura. Thank you, thank you, Master of
And
Arcana.
before they head out, Voka like kind of like reaches into his pocket and he pulls out. He tends to the tree on the back deck a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he does like not like really pruning, but like leaves fall off, and he usually shoves them in his pocket because they are technically holy spell material. Um, and he like has like a handful of twigs and leaves, and he like beckons for her hand,
She comes over.
and she plops them in. He plops them in and says, "These are I have a tree. These are from the tree. Holy power. They're not just regular leaves, I assure you."
She takes it and puts her hand over it. Thank you. Yes, go
Miss
ahead.
Viceroy, if I may,
Yes.
where do we find you if we would like to have a word?
I'm going directly to. Um,
I'm letting you do your business, of course, but a bit later today, perhaps. Because we only have 6 minutes left.
yes. What's your name again? What is your name again? North. How can I contact you? Through the Cobalt Soul?
The Cobalt Soul, or if you're able to send a little message, I should be able
I
to
shall
hear
message you, or perhaps we can meet at the Cobalt Soul Library.
it. Yes, which is in which district, by the way?
I don't know. Ron doesn't know. I have to look it up. So I think it's in the Erudite Quarter, but makes sense.
Cool.
She casts Fly on the Dragon Elf, and the Dragon Elf kind of turns back to Lapis and waves as they fly, holding the portable hole, and head up to the Cloud Top District, and that's where we're going to stop for the
Wow,
day.
Lapus, you made a friend.
It's not a friend.
Yay! We'll do this quickly because I know that Orgoth, you've got to run. Bill, you got to run. Anything else we need to
Yeah,
talk
Orgoth
about?
can hang out, but I gotta leave.
Yeah. Let's go around and do a wrap up.
Hey everybody, this is Bill Roper. I've been playing Orgoth Skullcrusher. You can find me at Bill freaking Roper, moping around the socials. If you are here with us, thanks for spending some time. I think we all needed to have a wonderful escape, to have some positive fantasy occurring. And it is always a delight to be with these people around this virtual table and to have everyone here with us live, and then later consuming our delicious content on podcast and VOD and all those other wonderful things. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of our community, and we care about you. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now.
Is Jaiden playing Laphus? Here we go.
This is Jaime. I've been playing North. You can find me on the socials at Steelclad Vicar. Hold on, my phone is ringing. I'm just gonna hang it up. Yeah, I usually plug the Patreon, but be kind to each other. Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Voka. I'm Mira, and I play Voka, and I'm happy to spread kindness and positivity in this time of need. I care about everyone. Be safe.
And my name is sorry. My name is Ron Murphy. You can find me on Blue Sky at Ron88 Keys. Please follow us on all the socials at Severed Studios. Follow us here on Twitch and TikTok, YouTube. Few and Far Between is a production of Severed Studios. Please check out our other shows like Severed Sons and other side quests on Twitch, YouTube, and everywhere you get your podcasts. Links are in the show notes. Be kind between the ley lines, everyone. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.